We welcome you to join us for Coach's Corner as we introduce you to the Saddleback Gauchos 2013 football season and their veteran head coach, Mark McElroy. The Gauchos finished the 2012 campaign, winning 4 of their 5 remaining games. They're optimistic about this year and look to be once again in the hunt for a championship. This is Coach's Corner. I'm Paul Higgins, and all the action starts right now. Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome to this edition of Coach's Corner once again right here at the shops in Mission Viejo on location. Glad to have all of you with us tonight. You know, it's never too early for the football season and we're going to be talking Saddleback Gaucho football. As you can tell in the opening of the show, boy did they have a fantastic team. They ran the table last year in the last 5 games of the season, going 1-4 to get to another conference championship. Of course, their head coach, Mark McElroy, entering his 15th year as the Gaucho head coach. He's a San Clemente local, going to San Clemente High School, and then of course Saddleback College, the coach the last 14 years going into the 15th season. 3 players tonight. We start off with Dom Ela. He also is a Triton at heart, and his mom was a pretty good basketball player at San Clemente High School. We'll talk more about that later, but right now, let's talk some football. Coach, welcome to Coach's Corner. Dom, welcome to Coach's Corner. I know that you and I have done this, so you're wondering how far I'm going to shoot off the hip tonight, but it won't be too far.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
So, Coach, another fantastic season last year in the sense of how you finished. You didn't start the way you wanted, but boy, did you finish strong.
We did. It was arguably the toughest schedule in the country. Starting off 1-4 was rough, but they were 3 of our losses were against the top 3 teams in Southern California. But running the last 5 games, ended up going 6-4, win the conference championship. Was huge.
Yeah, and I was just asking you, I said, Coach, are you going to be a fast team again this year? And you said, running my offense, which I know you do, but you got a lot of speed on your team. Does that help you dictate the style of offense that you run?
Well, we do have speed coming back, but we still just run our hurry-up, up-tempo offense, and then our defense plays fast as well. So we've learned to be just a fast team the way we practice.
Right.
Yeah, you come to a practice and it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And Dom, welcome. I know that you're also from San Clemente High School and now going into your sophomore season as a starter last year. How fun is it being a Gaucho and being coached by Coach Mark McElroy?
Oh, it's great, and Coach Mac motivates us every practice, and every game he gets us fired up, and we come out ready to play, and we're always prepared for our games, and I think that's why we were so successful on the field. And, when we were down, we were 1-4, then we won, I think, 4 or 5 games straight. He was always there. He never gave up on us, so it was pretty fun experience.
I talk a lot about this from going from high school to college, no matter what college level you go to. But we're talking about the speed of the game. Did you notice a big difference from high school to college?
Oh yeah, definitely. I had to get faster too. I mean, I came in as a freshman. I didn't have the speed, but I worked hard and lost some weight, and I picked things up, and I was able to hang with the big guys.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Tell me your thoughts about playing not on Friday night, but on Saturday night. How much different is that for you, and does it seem natural, and how fun is it?
It's easier because we have more preparation. We get the extra Friday, and you get to think about the game plan, and you're more focused, and it makes it a lot more simple. And we have this guy helping us out, and it makes it a lot easier.
And Coach, I know you've been doing this now going into your 15th season. How is this team going to be any different than last year? You and I were just talking about your schedule. Basically, you have the same schedule. You just flip-flopping the home and away games.
Well, the 3 guys you're going to meet here tonight are all sophomores, and they're great character guys and good leaders. So they'll provide the core, the foundation of our team. So we got some good guys coming back. And then we've worked really hard at recruiting this year. That's what we do. So it's always each year's brand new group of guys. But the key is having good sophomores that understand how to win, how to practice to win.
Right. Dom, what's your plans after Saddleback? I think Saddleback is just an awesome place to be. I think it's a great stop in a college career. Where do you go after here?
I'm hoping D1. Anywhere I can go, really. Don't really have a preference. If anything, it would be maybe like Colorado or something, somewhere Pac-12. That's always been my dream. But I guess we'll have to find out.
knowing the success that Saddleback College recently had with the NFL draft, and we'll talk about that, does that give you a little bit of an added boost of confidence? Not maybe to get to the NFL, because you know that's really hard to do, but get to a Division I college, that's got to give you some inspiration.
Yeah, definitely inspiration. I think it does. It'll
does
work
the trick.
out. Yeah, it does it. I know where these guys can get us, and we have Kyle Long, picked first round, went to Oregon. It just definitely is inspiration. Yeah.
Coach, let's talk about defense. On the defensive side of the ball, I know you guys are always strong. You have great linebackers usually on your team and secondary guys that can fly to the ball. Tell me about your defense going into the 2013 season.
Well, it's going to be a lot of new guys. Okay. We have few linebackers returning. We'll be solid at safety because we have one of them here, and then we have some guys returning. With some concern at corner because we're going to have to retool that area. And of course the D-line is what everybody's really concerned about. So in terms of getting that thing going again. So I think defensively it's going to be interesting. Yeah. We're going to have to really practice hard and get a good feel for who's going to be able to start for us.
I like how you're putting some pressure on your defensive coach right now since you run the offense.
Well, there's pressure going both ways. We've certainly got to score a lot of points, and they've got to do a good job stopping them scoring a lot of points. And it's a combination of stuff that people don't even think about a whole lot. Field position, special teams, they all factor into the dynamics of scores.
Additional question for you, Dom. Going to a school like Saddleback, it seems like when you get there, it must feel like one big all-star team because there's so many great athletes that arrive. And then what was that feeling like maybe the first or second day that you were there?
It's a little weird because you're playing against, a lot of guys in the South Coast League come, and you played against them, your enemies, and you're preparing against them. You didn't really like them, and now you're brothers, you're like a family again. So it's pretty cool, and I made a lot of good friends, and over the years, actually, we're all pretty tight. So it's fun to see that, and it's a good atmosphere to be in. Yeah,
well, no doubt. Well, you're obviously a very good wide receiver, good-looking guy. So I know you got a great career ahead of you, and you're hanging around this guy, and he'll take very good care of you. In a little while, we're going to show you a special video that Coach Mark McElroy gave me, and it's hosted by Howie Long. We'll tell you about that story. It's a special Saddleback story that I think that you're going to really enjoy. When we come back, yet another Saddleback Gaucho right here at the Shops at Mission Viejo on location with Coach's Corner. Mission Basilica School, located in historic San Juan Capistrano, is a blue ribbon school focused not only on quality education but spiritual enlightenment, creating a learning environment that's second to none.
I love the feel of the school and what it brings.
They're wonderful kids, have great family lives. They are brothers and sisters once they reach the campus.
A blue ribbon school for academic excellence, located on the beautiful grounds of Mission San Juan Capistrano.
Welcome to the Shops at Mission Viejo, proudly serving South Orange County. With over 150 stores and restaurants, the Shops at Mission Viejo is South Orange County's premier shopping destination. The Shops at Mission Viejo offer more choices, where you will find great retailers such as Nordstrom, Microsoft, Frederick Rubel Jewelers, and Williams-Sonoma. Hungry? The Cheesecake Factory is a great destination. The Shops at Mission Viejo offer a positive community atmosphere, a gathering place among friends and family, a place for children to meet and play, a place to relax at your own leisure. We welcome you to the Shops at Mission Viejo and look forward to you visiting us soon.
Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome back to Coach's Corner on location at the Shops at Mission Viejo talking Saddleback Gaucho football. It's always that time of year to talk football, and joining us now is another fantastic player for the Gauchos. He's a little up the road, but right here in the city of Mission Viejo. This is Doug Ruggles out of Mission Viejo High School, who's a sophomore, and Doug wore number 19 last year, but in respect for his grandfather, he's going to switch to number 9 this year. I'll have him tell you why. But Doug is a safety, and Doug, welcome to Coach's Corner.
Glad to be here, sir.
Boy, did you have a great career at Mission Viejo. You got a great background on high school football. But let me get to your grandpa real quick, because you're switching from 19 to 9. 9 was taken last year by the quarterback, so he gives that up. 9, why is that choice for you?
It's something special to me. My grandpa worked Station 9 in LA City. He was a battalion chief there, and It's my favorite number, so I really want to wear it, and I just love it, you know.
Well, growing up, number 9 was one of my favorite because it was, you don't know this guy, but you might, Sonny Jurgensen from the old Washington Redskins wore number 9.
Great player.
Great player. But talking about great players, this kid, you told me, this young man, I should say, very instinctive, knows where to go to the ball, and doesn't think too much about it, just knows where to be there.
He's just got a great feel for the game. He's able to do things that you really don't teach or coach. It just comes naturally. He has a good sense of where the ball's going, and he ends up being around the ball a lot. And those are special players. He's definitely a difference maker for our defense.
Doug, you guys finished really strong last year, and I know that was probably a thrill on that ride the last 4 or 5 games of the season. This year, obviously, you want to start out as hot as you finished. How do you do that?
Well, we just got to come out firing on all cylinders. Like last year, we didn't cause too many turnovers in the secondary or linebackers on defense. So from a defense perspective, we're going to cause turnovers, get the ball back for our offense so we can put up some points because we're very high-powered at offense. We got some good receivers coming back, and our quarterback, first team all regions coming back too. So we look forward to it.
Your thoughts about playing football? Why did you choose football, or did football choose you?
It's a little bit of both. I have 2 older brothers that also started off playing football, and they got me into it. I was always picked on and just thrown in the game, so it came to me, but I love the game, so I'm glad it found me, and I'm glad I found it.
And your thoughts about playing for Saddleback? Coach was just telling me, we recruited him hard.
Yeah, I love it. Like, there's great competition. Best players in Orange County all come out. People come from other states. D1 bounce backs all come to Saddleback. It's just such a great school. Just had a couple players get drafted, so coaches know what they're doing. They got us on the right program, and that's why I picked Saddleback over the other schools.
And Coach, how do you convince a guy to go to Saddleback? I mean, I could be an ambassador for you because I think it's awesome. But your thoughts, how do you convince a kid that might think that he's going to a 4-year school, but in a particular situation, Saddleback's a perfect spot?
Well, we get kids from all different angles. I mean, we've got kids that have bounced back from serving in Afghanistan. So, I mean, we get kids from local high schools and like Doug had said, bounce backs and so on. It just has to be a right fit for them. Our school is great academically. As coaches, we really like to teach character on our team. That's very important to us. We want them to walk away from our program a better man than when they showed up at age 18. In addition to becoming a better football player and a better student. So it's not too difficult to sell South Orange County.
Not at all. Now, Doug, how have you enjoyed staying in the area right now and close to the city of Mission Viejo?
Oh, I love it. The beach is 5 minutes away. I have my own car. I still have my own room. It's just a great atmosphere. All my friends are still here, so nothing's really changed, and I love my life, so I wouldn't trade it for anything else.
What's planned after this, after Saddleback College?
Well, I would like to go D1, sir, best possible. I would love to go to San Diego State, have my grandpa come see my games. My parents always come to my games, always been like that. So I want to go big as possible, try to stay on the West Coast so my family can come see my games.
Well, there's no doubt that, Coach, you don't have to coach him too much, doesn't seem.
No, he's actually like having a coach on the field.
Yeah.
He's a very special player. He makes those guys around him better just by being out there.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons we recruited him hard. and talking with the staff at Mission Viejo, they thought real high of him as well. So we knew we got Doug that, like I said, he's a difference maker on defense.
Right. Tell me your experience at, of course, Mission Viejo High School. What a great coaching staff, great program. I'm sure you enjoyed it. You know, you guys had some great games when you were there. And your thoughts about that, because I don't know if you could come from a better program and then go to Saddleback.
Well, the competition's really high at Mission. It's translated over to Saddleback, so that really helped me in my process of getting a better player and all that. Also at Mission, I play in some big games, and then when I go to play Mount Sac, it's same atmosphere and same everything else, so that really helped me out.
When I asked Dom a little while ago did he notice the difference between high school and college because of the speed of the game? Right away, I can tell what you're going to say. Yeah.
Well, you got D1 athletes coming back, you know, so their speed's a lot faster than high schoolers. They're more developed. They can do anything, you know. They're athletes, so it's really hard to keep up with them. But our coaches put us in the right spots, make us watch film, get us in the weight room, and having us do the right stuff. So that really helps us.
What would you recommend to the young high school kids out there watching you on TV that are maybe in Pop Warner, maybe in beginning stages of high school football? What would you recommend to them to kind of follow the path that you're following? Any words of wisdom there?
Oh, I would stay in school, get as grades as you can, you know. Grades take you a long way, especially in the recruiting. The higher GPA, the more options you have. So just get good grades and stay in school and focus on ball. Those are the only 3 things you got to worry about, you know.
There you go, well said. And those remarks right there have stayed pretty strong because Saddleback has done some remarkable things lately, as you talk about, and we mentioned it earlier. Howie Long has a son, and of course his name is Kyle Long, and Kyle ended up going in the 20th pick of the first round to the Chicago Bears. Where did he begin his college football career? At Saddleback. Here's Howie Long as he talks about the experience that his son had as a Gaucho.
Good evening, my name is Howie Long. I hope that everyone is enjoying tonight's gala. Some of you may know me as a former NFL player or as an NFL analyst on Fox, but some of you simply know me as Kyle Long's dad. I want to thank you for allowing me to take a minute to talk about our family's and, more importantly, Kyle's experience at Saddleback. I'm sure you've all heard the quote, "It takes a village to raise a child." To me, that quote best exemplifies what Saddleback is all about, a village. Professors, doctors, trainers, coaches, teammates, and classmates, a community all impacting the young men that will make great strides to grow toward manhood through their shared experiences at Saddleback. I've always felt that a team, its coaches, trainers, its players, take their cue and a reflection of their leader, their head coach. And in my mind, that is certainly the case at your school. I can talk about the athletics, the X's and O's, wins and losses, the no-huddle offense, and it would all be impressive enough. But to me, the thing that defines your program and Mark McElroy is the work that's done off the field, helping young men from all walks of life grow both as players, but more importantly, as young men. When you lead young men, there are no weekends, no holidays. There's always someone to help with a class, with a family issue, or a personal issue. That's Mark McElroy. My wife Diane and I handed Mark a man-child 3 years ago, and what we got back was a young man who understood the importance of classroom and the importance of being reliable. All lessons that would serve him well during his transition to the University of Oregon. Kyle Long and the Long family enjoyed and appreciate our time at Saddleback and all the good friends that we made during our shared journey. So now I've talked about Saddleback, the community, on a personal level. Now let's talk about some football. You all have a really good football program there, for all the reasons that I just touched on. Your school is in a great location, beautiful campus, great head coach, coaching staff, administrators, athletic director. Heck, there's a real good chance that Saddleback will have not 1, but 2 players chosen in the first 2 days of the upcoming NFL draft. How about that? So now, how do you take this program to the next level, which in my mind always benefits the entire school? All ships rise in a high tide. Well, in order to stay competitive as an elite school and program, the next logical step would be to build a new multi-use stadium. Getting that done, in my mind, would immediately separate Saddleback as the destination place for not only student athletes, but also for students and members of the community. Not only on Saturday evenings in the fall, but also throughout the course of the year. Hopefully in a few years from now, we'll all be sitting in our seats at your new stadium on a beautiful Saturday night. And we'll look back at tonight's gala as the event that started the ball rolling toward that ultimate goal. I know that Diane and I are happy to be a part of the process that will lead us to sitting in our seats at that new Gaucho stadium. Let's make it happen. Thanks for letting me take a few minutes of your time, and I'll see you down the road. God bless.
Certainly a great experience for Howie Long and his son. We'll be back with more of Coach's Corner right after this.
Welcome to the Shops at Mission Viejo, proudly serving South Orange County. With over 150 stores and restaurants, the Shops at Mission Viejo is South Orange County's premier shopping destination. The Shops at Mission Viejo offer more choices, where you will find great retailers such as Nordstrom, Microsoft, Frederick Ruble Jewelers, and Williams-Sonoma. Hungry? The Cheesecake Factory is a great destination. The Shops at Mission Viejo offer a positive community atmosphere, a gathering place among friends and family, a place for children to meet and play, a place to relax at your own leisure. We welcome you to the Shops at Mission Viejo and look forward to you visiting us soon.
Mission Basilica School is a Catholic parochial school with single-grade classrooms from pre-kindergarten through 8th grade.
We have absolutely the best to offer in education. We don't just educate the child academically. They are nurtured spiritually. They are guided through their spiritual journey. They are loved, every being of them.
A blue ribbon school for academic excellence, located on the beautiful grounds of Mission San Juan Capistrano, Mission Basilica School. Hello everybody and welcome back to Coach's Corner on location here at the Shops in Mission Viejo. Yet another star Gaucho out of the area, actually coming from Fayette County, Georgia. And of course his name is Eric Lauderdale, and you might be hearing his name quite a bit because he's a fantastic receiver. Right now the schools that I have written down: Georgia, Miami, Tennessee, Arkansas, Oregon was just out yesterday. So Eric, you're not doing too bad, man.
No.
Coach, tell me about this young man. Out of the area, you picked him. Obviously, he's a great wide receiver, but also it's a great example of students and athletes that can come out of state and go to Saddleback.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you'll get a student athlete that will contact you and show an interest. He has family out here and is able to live with his family, and it just all came together for him. But he's a special talent. I mean, he's really good.
Eric, your thoughts about being a receiver, and what is your mindset when you go on the football field? And in one essence, I want to know why you're so good at what you do.
I don't know why I'm so good. I do work hard at my craft. Going into games, I want to catch every ball. Sometimes that doesn't happen, but I got to forget that sometimes.
Right.
And
how much different is it playing football here in California as opposed to Georgia?
not very different. I mean, some teams are faster than others, but I think back south, people more bigger.
Yeah.
That's just my personal thought.
They're bigger?
Yes.
Well, you know, we got the beach out here.
I
People
know.
getting swimsuits, they got to be conscious.
Right.
But Coach, when you look at the hurry-up offense that you run, he's a perfect weapon for that.
He's dangerous, especially when he's a great blocker, first of all. And when he has the ball in his hands, he's even more dangerous. One guy's not going to bring him down. He caught, I believe, 60 balls last year. If he doesn't catch 90 this year, I didn't do a very good job as a coach.
Wow.
So he's got to get the ball in his hands a lot, and he's got to protect it and then do his thing. He's very powerful. He's got good speed. He's high character. He's working very hard in the classroom. Very proud of him, and I know all those things coming together, he's going to have a great future ahead of him.
Yeah. Eric, how do you decide on what college to go to? Because I think as a junior, senior in high school, you're not as mature as you are right now. So now you've got that 2 years underneath your belt, which you will have. How do you decide and make that decision on where you want to go?
Right now, it just depends on the players they have right now. Like for me as a receiver, I want to know what the quarterback does, what kind of numbers did he have the last season, and the coaches. I got to have a connection with the coaches for sure. And the academic part, make sure, I want to major in business, so I want to make sure they have a good business program.
No doubt, we're talking about football, and I know Coach has done a great, this guy's got more master's degrees than probably anybody walking around. But your thoughts, what is the backup plan if football doesn't pan out the way you hope it does?
Like I said, I want to major in business and marketing, and I'm into fashion, like clothes and stuff. So that's what I want to do if things don't work out in football.
Well, that sounds like a great career.
For sure.
It sounds like a great career. And Coach, when do you actually design plays for guys like this, or do you just run the offense that you run because it's worked over the years? You just put these guys in the right spots.
Well, you still do what you do, but you know, if you're a very good coach and you got a great player, you put the ball in his hands as much as possible in as many different combinations as you can, and then sometimes you use them as a decoy, so that you get the ball in somebody else's hands.
He doesn't like that though.
He doesn't mind it actually, because when he's used as a decoy, someone else is successful, and it makes their team score points, and then it takes pressure off him too. Because if the ball was only going to him, then he'd be a target all the time.
Right.
All game.
You know, Eric, I've covered the Gauchos. I won't tell you how long, but a lot. And what I noticed about last year is you guys put points on the board. It's like a track meet out there.
Right.
I mean,
real fast.
How crazy is that? I mean, when you were in high school, were you guys putting up that many points on the board?
Not at all.
Not
we
at all.
put up points, but not like we're doing now. No huddle, spread offense, kind of like Oregon's last year offense. I don't know how their offense will be this year, but I mean, a lot of guys are tired on the field, especially the defense. We practice real hard to get in shape, so we don't get that tired.
In that situation where it's nonstop on the field, does the game go like a blink of an eye, go by like a blink of an eye?
It kind of does for some reason. I mean, the quarters are 15 minutes, so it seemed like it would be long, but the game just fly by.
It's amazing. You know, the success of Saddleback goes on and on and on. We can tell you about a lot of past players, but I want to make a mention of another one. We told you about Kyle Long, going in the 20th pick, first round in the 20th pick to the Chicago Bears. Also in the second round from Saddleback College, Menelik Watson went to the Raiders, and you said a startling stat, and I'll let you say it because I don't want to confuse it. First time ever from JC that?
First time in the history of community college football that two players from the same team have gone that high in the NFL draft. Wow. It was real exciting.
You hear people talking about junior college football, or on that level, at Division I. You hear them talking about it, but do you think you're going to hear more and more people talking about it on the pro level?
Well, I think community college athletes, you look at the draft, I know there were only over 30 guys from community colleges that ended up in the, the draft this year. But, the NCAA has increased the requirements. You have to have a 2.5 GPA in academic courses from the high school and also from the community colleges. So there's a lot of pressure on the student athletes to really work hard academically to be able to transfer to that level.
And it's amazing. Last weekend I was in Houston, Texas, covering the Texas Revolution team, arena football. And I can tell you, amazing talent, and standing next to those guys and being on the field in the locker room, knowing that most of those guys won't make it to the next level, just is amazing. So the talent, and if this young man makes it, he's that good. It's really impressive. I want to wish you the best of luck. We're going to come out and cover you during the football season this year, and I know we're going to see you scoring a lot of touchdowns. What number are you going to be this year?
I'm over 11. Did me no wrong this year.
There we go. There we go. So we're going to stay with that. Coach, I want to thank you. You always do a great job. Oh, I won't squeeze that hand. He had thumb surgery. We won't ruin that. And Eric, good job, buddy. All right, here at the Shops in Mission Viejo, Coach's Corner on location. Thank you so much for watching us right here on MVTV, Channel 30. I'm Paul Higgins. Have a great week.